What up, YouTube? You already know Big Lou tapping back in. What it do? What Big Lou NMZR2, baby. So what's up, everybody? Man, it's been a minute. I ain't tapped in with y'all in a minute. But here I be. Here I go. One time for your mind. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm in like Flynn. You feel me? Anyways, get back to the topic of the video. The NFL playoffs, 2022 season, 2023 playoffs. Um, it's now official. We know who's going to be playing in this year's Super Bowl. Out of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles, and out the AFC, the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, so we started out with 7 teams in each conference, so that's 14 teams, right? So it started out 7 in each conference. One team has a bye, right? Which was the Eagles in the East, in the NFC, and the Chiefs in the AFC. I believe it was the Chiefs. So it goes from 7 down to 4 teams, down to 2 teams, and that was the game we just watched this weekend, Sunday, right? It was the Eagles played the Niners. Was the 12:30 game. Eagles beat the Niners 31-7. As I mentioned before to you guys, to everybody, I don't watch the playoffs, football playoffs. I just never really watched it on the streets. You know, it's been a long time since I watched it on the streets, locked up. I would have been watching them. Uh, Even the Super Bowl, these last few Super Bowls, I haven't really been watching those either. The ones I do watch, I don't watch it in totality. I'll hit and miss on it. But this year, I think I'm gonna catch it. Obviously, going for the Eagles because the Chiefs are the Raiders' rival. Don't want them to win. Um, and so yeah, so the 12:30 game was Sunday. It was the San Francisco 49ers came to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, and the Eagles beat them 31-7. Like I said, I didn't watch the game, but I heard a few 49er fans saying that they got done dirty. Don't know what they mean by it. Didn't get into it with them. Didn't ask them what they meant, why they were saying that. Um, they really didn't have nothing to say. So when I asked them, "Oh, what happened?" and then I mentioned what I heard about with the Chiefs in the Bengals game, and they still didn't give me no type of backing to let me know what they meant by the Niners got done dirty. So anybody in the comment section, go ahead and enlighten me on what these couple of cats that told me the Niners got played, what they're talking about, because I honestly don't know. So they got beat 31-7, and it kind of sucks because they came in with, I believe, the top defense in the regular season. Um, you know, they ranked high against the run, they ranked high against the pass, they ranked high against the uh, yardage on the air, yardage on the ground, everything. They ranked. I think they were number 1 overall defense. Um, and they got beat pretty bad. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. They lost by 24 points. So Philadelphia is definitely in the Super Bowl. They won a couple years back, right? I believe they went to the Super Bowl. This is a 4-time total going to the Super Bowl, and they've won 1 so far out of 3, I believe. I know they lost to us in 1980, and I believe McNabb took them against Brady, I believe, 1 year, and then a couple years back they won it, right? That was the first Super Bowl win. Um, and then the Chiefs game with the Chiefs and the Bengals were a lot more closer. Cincinnati went to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, and it went down pretty much to the wire. And I believe it was the ending score was 23-20. There was a controversial play there somewhere towards the actually kind of two, but one that really was controversial. I guess there was a play that got there was a play on a down by the Chiefs, and it brought up a 4th down for whatever reason. Well, first before that, from my understanding, what I've read, both the offense of the Chiefs got off the field and the defense of the Bengals got off the field, and then they were for some reason it was called a dead play, and the Bengals had stopped them on a 3rd down conversion, and everybody thought it was going to be punting, but it wasn't a punt. They ended up letting them redo the down, and then the Chiefs ended up getting the 1st down, and then I believe it was the same drive, and then Mahomes takes off, and then I can't think of his name right now, but the Bengals defensive one of the defensive players hit him late out of bounds, and from my understanding, he was like way out of bounds already, and the dude hit him, got a 15-yard penalty. Um, at that point, they would have been attempting about a 60-yard field goal, and then they end up getting the automatic first and automatic first and a 15-yard penalty because of the late hit, unnecessary roughness, and that put them at like they ended up kicking a 27-yard field goal or something like that to win, 23-20, putting them back into the Super Bowl again. What is this? The third time out of 3 out of 4 years, I believe, or maybe 4 out of 5. No, wait, they lost. They beat the Niners, and then they lost to the they lost to the, they lost. They beat the Niners, and then they lost to the Tampa Bay, right? And then last year they didn't go. Yeah, so this is the third time out of 4 years, I believe. So, anyways, that's what happened there. So that's what set up, the Super Bowl showdown, and it won't be this coming weekend. This should be the Pro Bowl this weekend, and then it'll be the next Sunday on the 12th at 3:30. And also, everything led up to all this, like I was saying earlier about each division started out with the 7 teams. One team with the bye. That's how they changed the playoffs now, because before it was the best 2 teams in each conference used to get a bye, and then when it came down to the conference final championship game, if it was the first and second seed, then obviously the first seed would go because the better home, the better record. But they changed that I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, where just the first seed gets the bye now, and it's a wild card. They got a wild card team, and then they got the divisional playoff game, and then the conference game, right? Well, so all those are all done now. So we know who now at the end of it who's going to go up against each other for the title, for the Lombardi Trophy, right? So either KC's going to bring it back to Kansas City, Missouri, or Philadelphia Eagles are taking it back to Philly. And so that's what we'll see what happens there. Anybody that you know about what these controversies are, the comment on the play in the Bengals in the Chief game, and then also anybody's comments about how they felt about the Niner game, go ahead and place it in the comments section. This is just a little video, about to let everybody know that I'm up on game, up with the about what's going on with the NFL and where we're at right now. I'll be dropping something on boxing probably tomorrow and the next day. We got some good fights coming up. Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Stephen Fulton against Inoue. Also, hopefully, Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis signs his contract, gets that over with. And then hopefully, and I'm going to talk about the fight, the light heavyweight fight that just passed between Arthur Beterbiev and Anthony Yarde. That was a good fight. Good fight. Also, talk a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about dogs. Everybody, I don't know if you guys have seen yet, but I dropped a short introducing everybody to my dog. Here she is right here. If you can see her, that's Daisy. I got the little deal around her neck because she had some ear work done, and I don't want her to scratch and rip out the stitches. So that's what's going on. That's why she has that on. But I've been bonding with the pup a lot. She gets real along with the kids really well. She loves the kids already. The kids love her. She just she's everybody thinks she's big. She is kind of big, but she's only 5 months old. But the kids are able to feed her with treats, and she don't snap, take their hands off, any of that stuff. So got to work a little bit on the potty training because she's rusty. Because my partner I got her from, shouts out to Warren's Finest Kennels in Sacramento. I think she was potty trained by them, but she ended up being an outside dog, and they decided to keep the brother inside. So she's a little bit rusty, I believe, on that. So I'm gonna work on her with that. So I brought her out to use the bathroom so she don't take a poop in the house. So with that being said, everybody have a good night. This is Big Lou tapping on out. Wanted to drop something tonight. But I have some things coming up, and I'll be dropping some videos soon. I got a little something I might do here soon. Another channel did a story on something that I wanted to do. If you guys remember, I brought up a few times about doing some things on some past crimes that happened. I said around this area, from the Bay Area to the Valley, and so there was Paradigm Media News did a story on a Marine that he had a shootout with the cops. So basically, suicide by cops. He developed some mental health issues while he was over in Iraq or Afghanistan. I don't remember which one he was at exactly, but um, so the story was basically told. There's a little bit more I know about the situation. Could a good friend of mine, the one I had dropped a little video about his sister, and if anybody had any answers or anything they knew, to give him a call. Uh, he grew up with this guy and his brother, so I know a little bit more, and possibly, well, I'll let you guys know if it happens. Then you guys know when you see the footage. I don't want to really jinx myself, because then if I don't make it happen soon, I don't want to be, saying, false advertising, so to speak. So with that being said, Big Lou tapping on out. Good night, everybody.